Hello, and welcome back to another episode of our Q&A Live. What do you want to know Wednesdays? I'm Kathia Green, your local South Florida realtor, and I've got my handy dandy lender partner with me, Eileen Garcia.
Hello. How are you? I'm Eileen Garcia with Edge Home Finance, and happy to be here with Kathia Green. Very excited to present to you what we have today. We're going to talk today about some pretty interesting things about a 3-2-1 buy down.
Yeah, you and I were having a conversation a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about some different mortgage financing options, and you mentioned the 3-2-1 buy down strategy. And I was like, hey, we need to let everybody know about this. So that's what we're going to present to you guys today. So I'm going to let you take it over from here, and we'll show some examples of what the dollars look like. And then I will also show examples of what the property looks like in those price points. So take it away, Eileen.
Perfect. So basically, a 3-2-1 buy down is a way for a new homeowner to purchase a property and have a comfortable payment going in, so it's not such a shock. Sometimes you have, let's say you're a first-time home buyer living at home with your parents, and you're going from paying very minimal rent to now having a mortgage payment, and you don't want to be so shocked with the payment. What happens is seller contribution is what is used to pay down the 3-2-1 buy down. It's how it works. And mostly every contract as of today, we're on October 15. Most contracts that are coming in right now are coming with seller contribution. A lot of sellers are willing to work with buyers because they need to get these homes sold.
Right.
So when you get a seller contribution and you want to keep your payment comfortable, you can do that with a 3-2-1 buy down. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you exactly how a 3-2-1 buy down would work. So we have a $350,000 purchase price. Your loan amount is $343,660. The interest rate that you're going to qualify off of is your note rate. It's going to be 6.375. Now, this is a 30-year fixed loan, no prepayment penalty. Okay. Now, let's see what happens when we buy it down. Your first year, if we do a 3-2-1 buy down, and you're able to get a contribution of $15,464.70. The first year, your interest rate will be a 3.375. So your initial payment, this is the note payment, $2,143.99 is the payment that you will initially be qualifying for. But when you do a buy down, what you're paying for the first 12 months of owning the home is $1,519.31. Now,
that's significant.
It sure is, because
Yes.
It brings your savings down to $624.68. So you can actually allocate the $624.68 to repairs, or let's say you want to put the house up to date, you want to paint it, you want to redo a bathroom. It gives you a way to be comfortable getting into this home as a first-time home buyer.
You can also save it for the following year when that payment goes up a little higher.
Correct. Yes. I mean, you have $624.68 savings every single month.
Every month, right.
What you choose to do with it is completely up to you. Okay. Even if you say, you know what, it's a perfect home because I'm buying a new build. It's perfect. I don't have to do anything with it. Put this into an account and have your money grow into one of these, accounts, and just
interest bearing, right? You high yield savings or anything like that, or depending on how aggressive they want to invest, that's some conversation they have with their accountants, but definitely it's options. There's money on the table.
Correct. Yes, and that's exactly the word I was looking for, sorry, a high yield savings account. So then let's say after the 12 months, you've been in the house now for a year, and on the second year, your interest rate will go up to a 4.375, which is exactly 1% from the initial rate. Okay. So again, your regular payment would have been $2,143.99. But now on year two, you're going to pay $1,715.84. You're still saving $428.15 for the next 12 months. So now we're on year three, and it goes to 5.375. Still, your mortgage you have to qualify for is still the $2,143.99. Now your payment on year three is $1,924.40. Your monthly savings now is $219.59. Now, let's say that you don't use all of this, that you don't use the $15,000, the $15,464 with 70 cents. That money is yours. So it goes into an account, and for whatever reason you need to sell or refinance the house, you will receive whatever is left.
Okay.
So let's say on year two, you say, rates have gone down significantly. I'm ready to refinance. Again, these loans do not have any prepayment penalty on them.
Okay.
And you have left over $2,635.13. That money comes back to you. So you will never lose this. Even if you decide to sell this home for whatever reason, you have to relocate, you need a bigger home, family's growing, divorce, whatever the case is, life has a lot of moving parts to it.
Right.
You do not lose this money. This money is guaranteed. You will definitely get it back.
Nice. So in year four, that's when they start paying the $2,141.99.
Correct. In year four, they'll start paying the $2,143.99, and their fixed rate will be 6.375.
Unless they refinance before that happens, because the rates are. So there's a lot of options for buyers to be able to just stay at a low interest rate and kind of watch the market and play along so that it benefits them.
Correct. Yes. And everything is indicating rates to come down. So that is a very, very good thing. This is just to put your buyer in a position to be comfortable to make the leap.
A buyer comes to you, you give them a 3-2-1 buy down loan with Edge Home Finance. Do they stay when you've closed that loan and year one goes by? Are you sending them updates to let them know what's happening in the market? Do they want to explore their options? How does that work in terms? Because most people don't have the discipline to watch the market or understand the market to know that there's options available for them. Is that something that you guys offer to your clients to help them mitigate this 3-2-1 buy down, to offer options, throughout the year 1, 2, and 3?
So great question, Katia. Absolutely. We do stay in contact with our customers. We have an annual review that we do yearly. So
Perfect.
On the anniversary date, sometimes I do it about 2 weeks before their anniversary date. I will reach out to you. I will personally call you. I will ask you, how's it going with the home? I will let you know where the interest rates are at that time, so you can make a decision whether it's convenient for you to refinance or whether you're fine with the way things are, or if we have to get Katia involved and say, hey, Katia, we need to upgrade. We're ready to move forward to another property, whether it's a bigger property or we want to downsize, whatever life event that you're going through as a home buyer, or as a homeowner, I'm sorry, whatever life event you're going through, we will be there with you every step of the way. We want to achieve clients for life.
So let me ask you another question about this 321 buy down. Are there max loan amounts for the purchase price on this strategy?
So there is, and it goes by county. It depends the county that you're in. You can use this on FHA loans. You can use this on VA loans. You can use this on conventional loans, and some jumbo products are offering it as well.
Okay.
So the best thing to do would be, if you're interested in finding out the limits in your county, just to either leave us a comment below, we'll get back to you, or just give us a call.
Okay, perfect. And then I talked about the types of loans, the FHA, the VA, conventional, and some jumbo loans. So there's quite a few different products out there that's available for buyers to explore if they want to approach this 321 buy down option. So, you mentioned no penalties for paying anything off early or refinancing. So can we touch a little bit on that about this loan? Are there
Absolutely.
any hidden, well, I want to say hidden, but anything that they really should know about the loan?
There is no prepayment penalty. There really isn't anything hidden on these loans. They're designed for primary residence, and you can pay it off. There's no problem. You can send extra payment. I have some customers that when they receive their tax refund, they will send their whole refund to the principal, and that's okay. We also work with customers that are commission based, like
Realtors.
realtors, there you go, loan officers, commission based employees, and they'll send extra payments throughout the year. You can also do the biweekly program on some of these as well, and pay it off sooner if that's something that you're interested in as a homeowner.
So when you said it's a seller credit, this 15,000, and we're using the 15,000 because this is the example on the $350,000 purchase price. These numbers, of course, will be different based on the actual purchase price. As a seller, if I say, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, we have a buyer that wants to buy your property, but they need seller credits in order to qualify for the loan. What do we tell the seller as a benefit to them for agreeing to a seller credit for this 321 buy down?
So as a seller, the benefit to the seller is right now, the market, you need to move the property. You can answer this. How long are homes normally lasting now on the market?
They're staying, they're parked.
We're on October 15th. As of today is October 15th, 2025. So properties are not moving like they were when we were in COVID.
Yeah, and we're getting into the holidays where a lot of people are just not searching for homes. They're traveling, preparing for their holiday, family gatherings and things like that. So it's definitely going to take another slow turn as well. So it's even going to get more static in the market.
So with this opportunity, when the seller gives a seller contribution, the upper hand for the seller is selling the property. That's the bottom line. It's let's get the property sold, because what happens is a lot of people think, okay, if I lower the price on the property, it's going to sell faster.
Right.
But it really doesn't make a difference when you're a buyer if you're selling a property for $10,000 under price. The monthly payment is less than $100 difference. But when you're giving somebody a savings of $624 on their first year, that's where you really see the savings for the buyer.
So, and it opens up the buyer pool, because now you've got buyers that have this option available to them if they couldn't afford the 2000 mortgage, but now at a 15, what's this number? 15, I can't see it.
I'm sorry, it's 1,519 with 31 cents.
So the affordability opens up the buyer's market for the sellers as well, because now, you can advertise as a realtor. I would advertise it, as, hey, come take a look at this property. We're offering seller credits that will help you with your loan, which as the loan officer, it's another way of because when you're financing, when you're pre-approving a client, a customer, you're looking at purchase price, their credit score, their down payment, and all those other things. Now you've got an extra source of income, which is this seller credit that goes into considering the loan. So it helps the buyer. So I say that to say it to sellers out there in America, it helps you because you've now opened up your buyer's pool because now they can get a loan that they can afford.
Correct. Yep. And another thing is you don't necessarily always have to do a 3-2-1 buy down. So here's an example of a 2-1 buy down.
Okay.
So this one, the seller gives a little bit less credit.
Okay.
You see here where the seller is giving $8,161. I'm sorry, $7,772.90. But the first year is a 4.375. Your savings is still 428 with 15 cents.
Yeah, still significant. It's a car payment.
It's a car payment, yes. And we all know cars are at an all-time high right now too.
It could be somebody's electric payment too. I've heard some horror stories of electric monthly bills as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. It can definitely put you in a position where you don't feel stuck as a first-time home buyer. You don't feel like you're overextending yourself, that you're living beyond your means.
And it's not just first-time home buyers, correct? It's anyone that's in the market for buying their primary home. So let's say someone needs to sell their existing home and buy another home, they could still use this option because it's still going to be they're just changing primary homes.
Correct. Yes, it just needs to be a primary home. It does not need to be a first-time home buyer.
Okay.
It's just a primary home. So as long as you're going to occupy the property as your primary home, you can use it a 3-2-1 buy down or a 2-1 buy down. That is correct. Yes.
So how is the actual seller credit amount calculated?
So when you go ahead and you decide that you're going to put in an offer as a realtor, the best thing to do is to contact me. Contact me. We can go ahead and put in the property address, we'll put in the price. We actually do this full breakdown for you, and we design it with the buyer's name, with their property address. We will send this over to you so that the seller can also see it, where it's very transparent.
As it should be.
It's very, very transparent. So everybody, the seller sees it, the buyer sees it. It also needs to be on the contract as an addendum that this contribution is going to a 3-2-1 buy down or a 2-1 buy down.
Okay.
Okay. So it's very important that we are very transparent with where the money is going.
So from a seller's perspective, besides it being that, you're selling your home, you're opening up the pool for buyers that are eligible to get a loan. At the closing, how does it look for sellers versus dropping the price by $15,464 or offering the credit of $15,464.70? How does that look for them on the seller's net sheet at closing?
So on the seller's net sheet, you are going to see the seller contribution coming from the sales price. So it will be deducted from their net.
Okay. All right. Because, a lot of times sellers will be like, why am I giving, other than the fact that you need to sell your house, I always just try to give a positive spin as to it's really a collaborative transaction is how the real estate market needs to be looking at it, as opposed to buyers versus sellers, which I never understood why there seems to be like a push and pull, me against you kind of thing, or I've got to get over on you, and the seller is, I've got to make the highest best offer, all of those things. But it's really a collaborative transaction where buyers and sellers and buyers agents and sellers agents really need to work together to come up with the best deal for both parties.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, everybody has the same goal. The goal is a seller needs to sell their property.
Yep. And a buyer
And
needs
a
to buy the
buyer
property.
needs to purchase the property. So
Yep.
the end goal is the same for
Yep.
everybody. For the realtor listing the property, for the buyer's agent, for
Right.
the lender, for everybody, is to make sure that this transaction goes as smooth as possible for all parties involved.
Exactly. And this is why, you and I talked about creating this series of What Do You Want to Know Wednesdays Q&A about what's happening in the real estate market, just so that we can change the mindset of people. Like, there are a lot of misconceptions and urban legends and all kinds of wrong information that's out there regarding the real estate market. And a lot of times this bad information and wrong information stops buyers and sellers from moving forward with making something happen. So, that's why you and I are doing these monthly series of just, this is what's out there. And folks, you guys, if there's something specific that you want us to talk about, please let us know in the comments, send us a text, WhatsApp, reach out to us on social media, phone call, email, carrier pigeon, snail mail.
Snail mail, yes.
I'm on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook.
Yes, whatever works. I mean,
Exactly.
just send us a message. Any questions that you have. One of the biggest misconceptions that I notice that a lot of buyers have when I speak to them is they believe they need 20% down.
Yes.
And we have programs with down payment assistance as well. I mean, that's a whole other topic for another day, but there's so many programs out there for you right now that you can use to purchase a
Absolutely.
home and still get the seller contribution and come in with the least amount out of pocket.
Exactly.
You do not need
I
20% down.
I was told a long time ago, it says, a closed mouth does not get fed. So, and I say that to say, ask the questions, because you just never know what's out there available to you. And there are no stupid questions either. So don't feel, a lot of times people feel like, oh, I should know this, so I'm not going to ask the question. No, ask the question. And real estate can be very challenging. There's a lot of moving parts to buying and selling properties. And so it can be overwhelming for both parties. And that's why you have your professionals, your real estate professionals, your lending professionals, your title professionals, your home inspection professionals, all of us are working together to help make it a smooth transaction. And again, transparency, let you know every step that's going on from start to finish. And that's why we're here. Our phones are always close by, ready to take a call, take a text,
Yep.
to answer questions. So, Eileen, thank you so much for going over this strategy for buyers.
Of course.
And hopefully we'll get some people calling our phones and asking about it.
Of course. And any questions, I mean, like I said, it's not just about whether we can do this program. We offer a variety of programs that we can talk about, even if you're not a first-time home buyer, even if it's an investment property. Any questions that you may have, maybe you want to become an investor and you're don't know how to get started.
Right.
We can definitely help you with that as well.
And I'm Kathia Green, your local South Florida realtor, and my number is 954-372-0270. I'm on all the social media as Kathia Realtor. You can call, text that number, and to reach Eileen,
you can also reach me at area code 305-790-3143, or you can leave a comment below and we will definitely get back to you.
Absolutely. And we'll be back next month, and I will be posting the dates, and we're doing this once a month. What do you want to know Wednesday? So get your questions out there and we'll be ready to answer them. Eileen, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy day to put this very important information out there for all of our people. So thank you again.
And Kathia, I want to thank you for bringing this into the real estate community. I think a lot of people are not talking about these programs that are out there, and it's just putting the information out there. That's
Absolutely.
all it is. So I really appreciate you reaching out and doing this monthly with me.
Thank you. No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mwah. Bye.